This is Dr. Naveen from Sai Vidya, Sai Vidya Institute of Technology. So today I'm discussing the topic called employees' roles in service designing. See, in service industry, the employees play very important role. Can you take any kind of service industries? The frontline service provider are very important in the service industry. So, today's topic I'm going to discuss what is the employee role. So, first, the agenda of the discussion is the importance of service employee, boundary spanning roles, and sources of conflict. So, first, let us start. What is the importance of service employee? The first concept is ensuring customer satisfaction. Any industries, for example, manufacturing or any service industries or agricultural based industries, any industries, the customer has to satisfy. That is the main objective of any kind of organization. So here I have given a point that ensuring customer satisfaction. So how we can evaluate and ensure those who don't deal directly with the customer may be able to hypothesize what will make customers happy. Only those who interact face to face can ensure that they are truly satisfied. To do this, however, employees must feel as if they are able to make modification to the general business practice to truly satisfy their customers. So, if you take any service industries, for example, if you take hotels and all, there is the hierarchical level will be there. So, hierarchical level in that the frontline service providers will play a key role. Why? Because for any customers, they are the first person who will approach. So they are the first person they can satisfy the customer. Whatever the customer expectation, they have to reach the expectation. So they have to interact with face to face. They have to cooperate with positively to the customers, so then only they can satisfy any kind of service industries. And if you take hospitals also, on basis of, if you see the private hospitals especially, they will make certain changes in rendering services, a good practice of services they are dealing with the customers. So the main agenda is they will make satisfaction of the customers or a patients in the hospitals. Any industries or any tourism industries also, they will see the reasonable price. A customer will check first the reasonable price and the quality of services. If you satisfy the customer, then your brand will be, or your company will be recognized by the customer, and they will be loyal to you in future. So the first importance of service employees to ensure customer satisfaction. And the second one is environment creation. We have to create such a environment, such a workplace that customers should feel comfortable. So such a kind of environment we have to create. So in this, the second point I have given few explanation. The customer impression of a business depend in large part on the environmental present in the workplace. While managers may have a preference as to how their workplace will feel, employees are the one who actually set the scene. Employees impact the business environment through the way in which they interact with each other as well as how they respond to customers. So here, such a impression we have to create. Impression means, for example, if you go to an ordinary hotel, you will be a self service will be there. But if you go to any 3-star hotels or 5-star hotels, there may be the different services will be there, but at the same time the prices fluctuations will be there. So in an ordinary hotel we will see the price is very low compared to the luxurious hotel. So at the same time the impression is totally different. Impression in ordinary hotel we cannot conduct any seminars or any kind of meetings and all, but at the luxurious hotel The normally the industries will prefer luxurious water because they will create the impression on the customers. So that's why we need to create a environment to the customers. So it will impact. So always we need to create a positive impact on the customers. So then only we can retain the customers such as industrial, such as service sectors, and pharmaceuticals or textiles. So any kind of customers, then only we can create a impression. If we create a impression, then it will impact a positive result. So such a way we need to create environment. So now let us go for the next importance of service employee, that is relationship building. Today's in this competitive environment, if you see, we need to develop a relationship between customers and the company, because the customers are the last a part of procuring the materials or purchasing the any kind of product. So such a way we have to develop a relationship that they need to remember us, always they need to recognize us. So that's what I have given a few point on this relationship building. Ideally, customers and workers create a relationship, keeping customers coming back. So that's what we need to create a loyalty should be maintained. They need to trust us, they need to believe us. So like that environment we have to create. So that is the relationship. Workers must do more than just the bare minimum and create a connections with the individuals they serve. So therefore, if you see today's, as much as technology have been developed, so the relationship also is developing between the industries and the end customers. So the data has been created by using this technology. So therefore, any kind of products or services, we are today we are noticing, observing that with the product is also developing because of the technology. We are creating a promotion, lot of promotion by using the technology, means we are developing the relationship, we are developing the data. So the any service industries or manufacturing industries, if they have provide adequate services, adequate products to the customers, once the customers have been satisfied, so it's enough. It will develop a relationship between the customers and the company. So these are the main important of service employee. And the next one is we need to represent the product. So today product is one of the main strength of the company. Product is the main strength of the company today. If you see for a service sectors, there is product is intangible, but whatever the service they are providing, for example, if you take professionals, it's totally intangible. If you take advocates, if you take chartered accountants, if you take teachers, doctors and all, the service is totally intangible, but we need to represent this service. So most of the people today, they will go for a good advocates. Why? Because they're so effective and so they are very much efficient how to handle the clients. If you go to good doctors, they are so efficient to handle the patients. Okay, and if you take teachers, then they know what is the capabilities of the students. So they are very much expertise in handling the students. So we need to represent the product. So that's what here knowledge is very necessary. For example, any professional services if you take, they should have a knowledge. So without knowledge we cannot represent the product. So that's why these are all certain importance of service employee. So I will go for the second content or second objective of my presentation is boundary spanning roles. Who will play boundary spanning roles here? The frontline service employees are referred to as boundary spanners because they operate at organizational boundaries. So, I already told you that the frontline service providers are the primary role played by organization. I already told you, for example, if any receptionist in a, if you take hospitals, the receptionist will play a key role. Why? Because if any patients have to contact doctor through the receptionist itself, the receptionist If you call receptionist, she will maintain your data, and she will update to doctor, and the doctor will tell you the timings appointment about when you should consult the doctors and all. So therefore, that's what the frontline service providers, if you go for any hotels and all, the suppliers or servers will play a key role, because if any customers go to hotel, the first person approach is the suppliers or the servers we used to call. So therefore, these people will give certain menu to the customers, and they will positively approach to the customers. So then they are the boundary spanning roles, they are the key players in a service industry. Or if you take any travel industries, so agents and brokers will play a significant role, because agents and brokers will book many rooms in or many transportation facilities to the customers. And in insurance sectors also, the main key role played by agents and brokers, so they are the frontline service providers. So this is about boundary spanning roles. Boundary spanning roles is nothing but the frontline service employees. Next part is, in the employees, there may be the satisfaction is also there, and also the dissatisfaction will also be there. The company usually will facing the dissatisfaction problems due to the salary itself. The salary will be a main reason, a disagreement between the management and the employees. Let us see what is the sources of conflict among the employees. So the first point is the person or role conflict. So here the explanation is arises when employees are required to wear specific clothing or change some aspect of their appearance to conform to the job requirements. A young lawyer just out of school may feel an internal conflict with his new role when his employer requires him to cut his long hair and trade his casual clothes for a picture. So here, any conflict will arise among the uniforms, because in some certain professions, the uniform, especially I'm giving the police department, the uniform will be the same color, but actually the role played by uh, among police department is totally different. For example, for seniors they will give certain authorities, and juniors there will be no power will be there. As per the seniors instruction, they have to function. So this kind of dissatisfaction will be there in lawyers also, the senior lawyers and junior lawyers. Because any junior lawyer, once who finished once who finished the courses, so immediately he will join with the senior lawyer. So therefore the senior lawyer will instruct him proper dress and how to argue in front of judge. So all kind of instruction will be given by the senior lawyers to the junior lawyer. This may feel some sort of discomfort, inconsistency in the professions. That is called personal or role conflicts. And second one, organizational conflict. Organization conflict, a common type of conflicts for frontline service employees, because when it appears, when it is occurs, because whenever the demand is more, for example, any emergency will be there, mass crowd will be there. So at that time the frontline service provider will feel some sort of discomfort. So they will show their arrogancy, they are so aggressive at that time. So this may lead to some sort of conflict whenever the mass crowd will be there. If you see in especially in the strikes and all, the police department how they are dealing with mass crowds and all, with comfortably they will handle all the situation consistency, they will handle all the situation. So like that, this any mass crowd will be there, the mass customers will be there. Certainly in some service sector, the employees may feel some an impression, they feel some discomfort impression. So that may lead to conflict. conflict. So that's what I have given the organizational client conflict. The next sources of conflict is inter-client conflict. Sometimes conflict occurs for boundary spanners when incompatible expectation. I told you in any industries, if you take among the employees, the compatible will be there, incompatible will also be there. Why incompetency will be there? Due to inadequate knowledge or inadequate experience. So this may lead to incompatibility in service industry. For example, all kind of the service providers like agents, brokers and all, they are so competent because whenever the demand arises, if for example transportation industry, if you take, whenever the demand arises in the occasion of festivals and all, these brokers or agents will play a key role because they know what the customer's requirement. So immediately they will book a ticket, they will collect some commission, but anyway they will render a services at a time of emergency. So in this case the inter-client conflict will, whenever the demands arises, there will be the inter-client conflict because incompatible expectations. I told you some compatibility is also there, incompatible will also there. So the people, the employees, one who show the competency, these people are very knowledgeable, and also they are, they will do their work, they will execute their work effectively. So that's what I have given certain explanation on this. The sometimes conflict occurs for boundary spanners when incompatible expectations and requirement arises from two or more customers. So this is an interclient conflict. So next one, quality productivity trade-off. So this is the last conflict, the sources of conflict. The quality productivity trade-off arises because the frontline service people are always asked to be efficient and effective. We are expected to satisfy service to customers at the same time be cost effective and productive in what they do. For example, I have given a grocery shop is expected to know this customer, at the same time be polite, courteous, measures quantum correctly, because in the grocery shop there will be mass products will be there. The customer, they don't have any information, so where the groceries is available, because 4 to 5 floors building will be there. So there will be certain people or employees will be there, how to guide them, how to instruct them, and at the same time uh, fixing a price also, such a way they will fix a price that once again the customer need to visit the grocery shops or retail shop. So that is, these are all certain the sources of the conflict will be there among employees, that whenever there will be the customer is more the mass customer at the weekend, Saturday or Sunday. So these customers, these employees also may feel certain unhappy because giving instructions and all. So this may feel a discomfort for an employees also and customers also. So these are all the sources of the conflict of employees. Thank you all the viewers. So this is the conclusion of the topic. So thank you all the viewers, thank you.